In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a braided cable. Most cables are not braided. This takes a little different technique than just cabling a few stitches back the whole way or front the whole way. So you might see something like a C4B, which means you're cabling with 4 stitches, 2 held in the back, and then you'll knit the 2 from the left side needle and then the 2 from the back cable needle. So but in a braided, you need them to intertwine on both sides, and in order to do that, in this case, I'm using 6 stitches. I put a purl in between just so it stands out nicely. You'll often see that, but I will start my beginning here with pulling the stitches, 2 stitches in front, and then starting with the front and then going to the back on the next one. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and get started. It's a little difficult to explain while you're not doing it, but let me get over to it. Okay, so I am here at that point, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use another needle that I have, but there are cable needles that you can use if you feel more comfortable with that. They kind of hold a little bit better, but a front cable kind of leans to the left, which is what I want this one to do, and then the back one leans to the right. So I'm going to pull 2 off, I'm going to hold it in there in my work, knit 2, and then knit the 2 off the cable needle. And then what I'm going to do with the next 2 out of the 6 stitches is just knit it. And that's the first part of the braid here, and then we're going to do this next part. So normally in cables, you'll knit a few rows before you start cabling or doing a cable again, but this one looks really nice if you just have 1 knit row in between each cable row, and it just kind of tightens it up and makes it look like a nice braid, like a little girl's braid or something. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to purl the back to get to the other side and then show you what I do for that next part. So let me just get to the back here real quick. Get that purl, and then right here is the cable section, and then I'm just purling. If you were doing a hat or something, which I'll have an example of in a moment, you would just be knitting that because you're not turning your work or anything, so you would knit that around. And I'm almost to the end, and we'll go across and get to the second half of the braid. All right. Okay, so now we turn it back around. We've got that one, and now I want to get another part of the braid over, and this is how I would continue to do it as long as I want if I was doing a scarf or something. So you don't always have to have a pattern to do something like this. You just cast on however many stitches you want with the weight that you want, and if you learn a cable or something, you can just do it yourself. So I just put this together. I didn't have a pattern or anything, so I'll knit the first 2 because I cabled the first 2 last time. You're always including the middle in the cable, but now I'm going to use these two that I knit last time. And so now I want these two here to reach across in front, which means I would put these two in the back. So I'm going to pull these two off on another needle, hold it back there, and then you could just stick it through your work and it holds it and they don't slide off. And then I'm going to go ahead and knit these two stitches from the left needle, and those were the ones I just plain knit last row. Now I'm going to reach, see how I'm pulling these two in front towards the right, and that's what we want to do. And then I'll knit those, and then that is the braided. Let me get a little bit over here, and that way I can show you that I did it exactly the way the rest is done. I love braided needles, or I'm sorry, braided cables. They are so pretty. I'll show you a hat that I created using them. So this is called the Maya Joe hat. I'll list it in the links below, in the description below. But this is the braid. And then these are right leaning stitches that I've done. It's just a really great experiment to kind of, you know, work your skills and kind of keep you going. But that's how you do the braided cable. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.